Hi, I'm Michelle from the Automotive Training Centre. Please join us in conversation.
I'm Alan Dale from Guilford. It's an absolute pleasure to be here at the Automotive Training Centre, beautiful Surrey, British Columbia. I want to tell you, the regulated college system, they understand the importance of focused learning that results in jobs at the other end. The students that come through here get experience, they get hands-on learning, and they're taught by instructors with a lot of knowledge. That's the whole trick to what the Automotive Training Centre does. On that note, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your path before you got into this program?
All right. My name is Serna, and I got into the automotive field by working on my car.
Yeah.
I first purchased a car back in high school, and I remember that I was a little bit scared of not being able to afford driving a car, right? So I took my auto class back in high school, and I loved it from the very beginning. I started researching. I started doing watching videos on how cars worked, and then after that I kind of like had more interest. And when I found out that you could do a whole auto certification of a red seal within 4 years, that's when I started looking for places to study after high school.
And how did you find this place?
I found this place online, and I found this place on social media too. It was advertised. Then I thought it was for another province, but no, they had a location here in Surrey.
Right.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that first sort of interaction with the college. And to tell me about that when you email them or call them, and what was that whole experience like?
I remember I sent them an email, and they got back to me. Eugene was the one that got back to me. He told me to come in. And I said that I wanted to bring in my mom. She told me that she was off her work at 5, but Eugene was off too at 5. So I told Eugene that, and he told me that he could wait for me, no problem. So we met Eugene at like 5:30, and he introduced me to the college and showed me the program and all that stuff. And it was
Did
great.
Mom approve?
Yeah, she approved.
She approved right out of the gate? Okay, she knew you loved cars, eh?
She knew that I love cars, and she also wanted a free mechanic too, right? So,
I get that, I get that. That's cool. What kind of car did you buy in high school?
I bought a Chevy Malibu, 2001.
Yeah. And was there a lot of issues with it that you needed to fix?
Yeah, they had some pretty serious issues. That's how I bought it cheap.
Yeah.
But I started to taking it apart, putting it back in together, and that's how I kind of like got familiar with the sense that you can do that with any car.
Right.
After that, I started doing the same thing as my car. I just started doing it with all the cars they brought in this shop.
Yeah.
That's how I started working.
It must feel good to be able to fix things like that, eh?
Yeah, it's really nice. It gives you like a sense of independence from you're not relying on anyone to be like transporting yourself, to have to be driving everywhere.
Right.
Like you don't have to if something goes bad, you know quickly how to diagnose what's wrong and what you can do to fix it, what you can do to drive home, and what you can do when you get home, right?
Yeah. Now talk to me about the instructors here. They're pretty experienced people. Tell me about the importance of that.
Yeah, our instructor, he was a technician in many dealerships. He had his own shop twice.
Wow.
And he's been in every single position in a shop. So he knows how a shop can look like from a technician's perspective, from the owner's perspective, and from a service advisor's perspective. So it's really like he gives you a pretty good insight of what a life in a dealership is, a life in a shop is, what you're gonna run into with a customer, what issues you could run into while doing a job, right?
Right.
There's some times where you can do a job and it takes you a little bit more time than it planned. So he's been teaching us to get a little gap for extra time when things don't go the way that you want them to. That way you can successfully manage your time and manages like the shop is scheduled too, right?
Yeah. When you graduate, what's that perfect job look like for you?
Well, my goal would be to work in a performance shop. I like sports cars. I like import cars. My favorite make of cars is European. So I'm hoping that I get my hands on European cars.
Anyone in particular?
Well, I love BMWs. My second car that I purchased after working on some cars here, I felt confident enough to get my hands on a BMW. So I bought an E46 a manual, and I've been working on it ever since.
Wow.
So I would definitely like to work on a sort of like a BMW, Porsche kind of shop. Yeah.
Cool. Absolute pleasure to be in conversation with you. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for joining us. To learn more, go to automotivetrainingcenter.com.